For you, it may have only been a couple days, but for me, it's been over 6 weeks since I last logged into my Ironman. Originally, I had planned to AFK my way up to 99 mining, 99 woodcutting, and 99 hunter with birdhouses during leagues, but I happened to get so addicted to leagues that I didn't even bother to log in to do birdhouse runs. And now that I'm just getting back to the game, I'm done with leagues. I had my fun, but it's time to get back to the iron, and I'm just mining away at stars. I already got enough stardust to purchase the celestial ring and have another 8,000 dust on me. I think what I'm going to start out to do is I get refamiliarated with the game and old school combat again without all the insane leagues buffs, is I'm going to go ahead and finish off 99 mining while doing birdhouse runs whenever they are up, and we'll see where that takes us. I need about 450 to 500 full birdhouse runs to complete off 99 hunter. And originally I thought I was going to get the bulk of that during leagues just by virtue of like, oh, if I do 5 or 6 birdhouse runs a day, multiply that by 8 weeks, you're looking at least a couple hundred birdhouse runs. But I got all of like 5 done during leagues. So I think hunter might end up being my last skill to 99, as I'll probably reach 99 and everything else before I do 450 birdhouse runs. But I'm going to be doing these well past 99 because, well, let's be real, this is my best source of nests, which is my best source of brews, which I'm going to need a ton of to complete a lot of content like next. Well, AFKing didn't last too long, got a little bored of mining, and I'll come back to it in a little bit, but I want to hop back into the Tombs of Amascut. I did about like 40 raids on leagues, so I won't be too rusty there, but it will be a weird adjustment period, not only to all my switches again, but also actually having different items. The 2 items that I have that are very different from the last time I went to first is the Voidwaker, which is a cool special attack, guaranteed hit, does between 50 to 150% of my max hit. And then also the Keris Partisan of the Sun, which you sacrifice 50 prayer points to get yourself up to 118 HP. It's basically extra hit points. I lowered the invocation slightly to 325. Essentially, all I did was turn off Walk the Path, just to get me reused to attacking with the 5-tick cycle and actually doing the bosses instead of just ramboing my way through it. So let's see how this goes. And my first ever offensive Voidwaker spec, and I use it to finish off Baba. It's good to be back. Alright, Kefri felt like putting my socks on. Like riding a bike, you don't really forget it. Oh man, Akka feels so much better. I don't know if I just got really lucky there, but it feels like I'm better at Akka than I used to be. Alright, I think I'm back. I got through Toa, no deaths. First time through, got myself a 5% purple chance. I will have to get used to these white chests all the time because it was so nice getting a purple every time. But let's see what my first drop back is. Soul runes, toad flax seeds, and death runes. Ooh yeah. Oh yeah, we're back, baby. That is the first purple coming back to the mana count on Expert Road 150. Decided to throw in a Toa before bed, see if I could get lucky with the purple. 7% chance, so it's looking like my raids are going to be about 1 in 14. But as it's been a while, I thought I'd update you on where the collection log stands. I have the Fang, Shadow, Mask, and Lightbearer. So really, I'm looking for 2 pieces of Masori or the Shadow. Each one of these are 1 in 12, and this is 1 in 24. So that gives me a total of 5 out of 24 chance of getting something new. Man, it would be so nice to come back and just like get the Shadow immediately. That would be so cool to get. And I got him, sorry. Oh, my buddy, he's done Toa except for the mask, and he just missed a mask yesterday. Now I got myself another Masori mask, a duplicate mask. I have hit 12,000 Stardust, which means I can come over to Desuri here and purchase 4 Star Fragments. This doesn't actually do anything to change the stats of the item, but it's a nice, cool cosmetic. We can use the Star Fragment on the piece of Prospector, and that turns it into the Golden Variety, which is a nice little fashionscape. And now my character looks a little more jazzed up. pretty cool. Stardust in the future now has very limited uses. I can either buy gems or soft clay packs, or I can add Stardust to the Celestial Ring, which will give it charges. And how it works is if I'm mining a rock, and I think it's core rocks only, so like coal, runite, adamant, all those sort of rocks, not the weird rocks like Stardust or Amethyst, there is a chance to roll a second ore, and I would get double experience. I would get the experience for the ore that was doubled, and that would be super nice. But I think I'm going to stick with Stardust for now, and probably because I have very little use for soft clay, and I also have a ton of gems in the bank, I think I'll probably end up putting the Stardust into the ring for the like very rare instances that I mine rocks where I want it to double and it's actually able to double. 98 mining. Boy, these levels take forever. This is 30k XP per hour, so I'm looking about another 40 hours of AFKing these stars to get up to 99. Alongside this, I have been doing birdhouse runs. I basically set up my inventory like this, and then every hour I go do a birdhouse run, get 4 more logs, and then head back to stars. I've banked up to about 500 bird's nests while doing this, which means I'm actually very close to having 99 Herblore banked. So that'll be another 99 knocked out when I get 99 mining. I decided to try out a 390 to see how it would go, and it looks like my unique chance is a lot higher once I walk through the door. I think it'll be up to 9%. The downside is it took a lot longer. Look at that, 43 minutes, including 40 minutes of actively killing the bosses. Basically, what I did is I turned on one of the path invocations to give everything one more level. So not only would it be a higher invocation for better conversion of points to unique chance, but also they would all have more HP. And it didn't lead to a white chest. Oh my god, I died to Akka. That is so dumb. Oh shit, got the 3rd gem, the Breach of the Scarab. I've been waiting on that for quite a while. It is an attachment to the keris, where it buffs your damage against Calphites. If I were to attach it to the keris here, it is now the keris partisan of breaching. So originally the keris only provides 33% damage against scarabs and Calphites, but does nothing to the accuracy. While once I add the blue gem to it, it now becomes the keris partisan of breaching, and now it will give not only 33% damage, but also 33% accuracy. I've been waiting for this item because one of the diaries that I don't have left is the Elite Desert Diary, and that requires getting a KQ head, which is a 1 in 128 drop from the Calphite Queen. So I thought, you know what? Let's avoid doing Calphite Queen till I get this Keris Partisan, and now that I have it, I'm able to complete the Desert Diary. And I now have all 3 of the gems. It only took me 212 raids. 50 hours of AFKing, and of course I get 99 mining when I'm actually AFK. But that is 99 mining obtained. What was the final Stardust count? I got up to 50,370 Stardust. I am now a master miner, and I can buy the mining cape from the mining guild, but I don't feel like I need to do that because the cape perk kind of sucks. It only gives you a 5% chance of getting duplicate ores, but I don't know how much mining I'll be doing in the future. Hunter XP wise, it looks like I got up to 11.1 million experience, so about half of a level gained. Might be able to get another level by the time I finish off every other skill, but I think with the rate that I'm doing birdhouse, I think I will have to do some manual hunter training. But let's go see what the final nest count is. It looks like the final count is 904 bird's nests, which means I'll be able to make 904 brews. And I think alongside my other Herblore supplies, you can look here, I can make 600 Renars, I can make almost 3,000 ranging potions, I can make 600 Snapdragons, and the 1,000 brews. I think I'm going to be perfectly fine in terms of getting the experience required for 99, which I had almost finished off when I did Herblore, but I knew I had those wines and eggs coming soon from the Voidwaker grind. Having Zahura clean all my herbs, make all my unfinished potions, and I think that only cost me a little over a mil. Yeah, 1.2 mil, and that'll be super nice. It is so satisfying seeing that XP rate climbing up over 200k after I just spent like a week and a half getting like 30,000 mining experience per hour. Oh man, I am so happy to see higher experience rates. And speaking of higher experience rates, that really was the last skill where I'm like, I need to get this skill or I'm not going to be able to max. Sure, runecrafting and agility still exist at 96, but honestly, they aren't that bad, and I actually kind of enjoy training them versus the like mining is either hard AFK, like boring star mining 30k experience per hour, or it's crazy tick manipulation, and I don't want to do either of those things. I like the mid-range stuff a lot more. 7 skills remain. Max Cape is pretty close. A cheeky couple hours later, there is another 99 Herblore. I can now make extended super anti-fire mix, and I can buy the cape of Herblore. The thing is, that cape is awful. The only thing it gives you is a pestle and mortar to be able to pull out, which I guess is like a UIM thing. But for me, as a main iron imp, I'm not crushing thing. Wesley over here is doing all my crushing. Anyways, I got about 500 more raging potions to make. Might as well make them. I think going forward with Herblore, I'm not going to worry about experience. I'm just going to make the potions that I need. So, like, run out of restores. Let's make some restores. Run out of prayer pots. Make some prayer pots. I should have a good host of potions in the bank now that I've made more here. And we'll do some decanting once I finish these. Decanting all the potions to 4 doses looks like I got some bonus supplies here. Let's see how good the supply tab is doing. Yeah, I got nearly 4,000 ranging potions, 2,000 super combats, 2,700 brews, 1,500 prayer pots, 1,200 super restores, and 2,500 staminas. I think that'll last me. In fact, I think the thing I'm going to run out first is cooked Karam 1. I had 30k of that at one point. Now it's down to 3k. As I had picked up the Keris Partisan of Breaching earlier in this video, it's time to complete the Desert Elite Diary. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reformat my task list and skip my way to a Calphite task. I don't need to actually turn anything on, but I will be keeping on the Basilisk bonus so that if I do get a Basilisk task, I can go kill Basilisk Knights, as I still need that Knight is not face guard. You can't make it up. Very first task, 135 calculates. Didn't even get to reformat my task list. With the hard Desert Diary obtained, it should be that all the ropes I placed down are now permanent. Though the fact that I don't have the Elite Diary done means I can't use this little shortcut here. I'm going to have to run around the edge. I think in future trips, I might bring myself a stamina just so I don't run out of run energy. 1 kill down. That wasn't too bad. Not too shabby. I think I'll probably end up doing 1 kill trips for the start here. And the discussion between whether you want to use blowpipe or bofa here, at least for me when I don't have any Masori pieces that aren't the mask, is basically the question of how many hammers hit. If 0 hammers hit, bofa is better. If 1 hammer hits, they're about equal. And then if both hammers hit, then the blowpipe is better. So based off of this, I just determined that I wanted to use the blowpipe, especially because I don't have to worry about crystal charges. Well, I got myself a 2-kill trip at least. That's pretty nice. But overall, not the biggest fan of KQ without the Desert Elite Diary. There is my first ensouled Calphite head. I think it's a 1 in 25 drop rate from KQ. And it's going to bait me. At least I turned off the ensouled head notification. Otherwise, I would have been very sad there. But I'm 38 kills in. It seems to be about 15 kills an hour, somewhere in that range with these 1-kill trips. But not too shabby, and I'll be done this task eventually. Oh, I hit a 153. Let's go. First time that's happened. There is 128 calphites down. And unfortunately, I do not have the KQ head yet, which means I am now technically at the drop rate. The good news is that you can't go super dry on this. There's a guaranteed drop at 256. So I'll finish out this task, go get one more, and we'll get the head by the end of that. At least I hope. 188 kills later, I picked up my second dragon chain body. Well, my second dragon chain body from Calphite Queen. I think it's like my 5th one overall. Yep, number 5. Let's just look at this collection log from all the other bosses. Okay, there is the Calphite Queen head. I got it on kill 211, thankfully before the guaranteed one at 256. Getting it at 211 kills isn't necessarily the end of the world. My final kills per hour was about 18 to 20 by the end of it, so cost me an extra 4 hours, 5 hours over regular drop rate. Not the end of the world, but we come to the taxidermist here and we can get him to stuff the KQ head. And I can build myself a skills hall here. I wonder if it'll make my house blueprint bigger, and if it does, I'll probably get rid of this room. But for now, I have the head trophy space, and I should be able to mount the KQ head. And they do this nice little warning for skillers, because you do get a little of bit of experience there. But I should be able to talk to the KQ head. And by completing this dialogue, I now have an extra task in the Desert Elite Diary done. Now only 3 tasks remain, and while I could boost up fletching from 93 to 97 with the Dragon Fruit Pie, I might as well get the level. I already have it banked. I already got it ready. Might as well do it that way. Had a total of about 18,000 amethyst dart tips that I had been banking up while training mining at Amethyst before I moved over to the Shooting Stars. And I currently have the Make X interface on. I just find it a lot easier, even though the XP per hour is a lot slower. Especially after my wrist surgery, it's generally not a good idea for me to do those big clicking methods. Decided to also do my Dragon Bolts at the same time. Basically, whenever I feel like clicking very quickly, I do the bolts, and then whenever I want to chill, I do the darts. It's actually pretty nice to do them both at the same time, because I can chill, I do 1,000 bolts, and then I move back to the darts. But that is 94 fletching. The darts are done, ended up with the 18,000 amethyst darts. I also had the 5,000 Dragon Bolts, 600k experience to go. So I'm going to go ahead, purchase some broad arrows. I got the cash stack for it. Might as well make it a thing. While I'm here purchasing the arrowheads from Duradel, I'm going to go ahead and add to my block list the Calphites. I don't see myself doing Calphite Queen in the future, and if I'm going to be doing any Turiel skipping, I definitely want to have this on my block list, as it's one of the longer Turiel tasks. Couple mil down the drain, got myself 56,000 broad arrows, and the nice thing about buying it from Duradel here is that I can go right downstairs and start buying some feather packs. Well, the slow XP part is done. Took like just under 2 hours to make all of the headless arrows, and now we probably got just under 2 hours to turn them all into broad arrows. I think if I did my math right, I should get 95 fletching here. 55,245 broad arrows later, 95 fletching has been obtained. I can now make dragon darts. Eventually, I will go for 99 fletching, but not today. With all the levels obtained, I just need to do the 3 tasks. So first, we take the Desert Amulet teleport here, and we can pray at the statue of Elodinus, and that's going to get us back up to maximum prayer points. That should complete. I do this every time, but I think that this statue is where the Desert Elite task is, but the Desert Elite task is actually inside Sophanum at this altar. I don't know why I do that. Anyway, we also need to cast Ice Barrage on an enemy in the desert. There you go, Mr. Jackal. You have been Ice Barraged, and I got 2 more tasks to go. I have found the right altar, gained back my 85 prayer points. Now only 1 task remain. Okay, make sure that I read the elite task correctly. fletch some darts at the Bedouin camp. I am at the Bedouin camp. We'll fletch these dragon darts, completing an elite task in the desert area. And that is every elite task in the desert area. You can go claim a nice little reward. Claiming our desert amulet 4 and the antique lamp. I really don't know what skill I want to lamp right now. I think it's going to be agility. Just because agility has been the skill that I think is now limiting me to 99. Like prayer, I need to bank it, but like it's very fast even to bank it and use it. Fletching and woodcutting and hunter will all be really easy, so it's basically between runecrafting and agility. And I think agility is better to lamp. So 50,000 agility experience gained. And let's talk about what the Desert Elite Diary gives you. I think it is probably the best, if not the second best Elite Diary out there. It's definitely up there. It gives me unlimited teleports to Narda, which is super nice because I can pray at the statue to get full run energy, prayer, and my hit points go to 106. I can also teleport to the Calphite Cave here, which is my quickest teleport to the Shanty Pass, and also killing Calphites. The Pharaoh Scepter from Pyramid Plunder can now have 100 charges in it. Very useful if I ever decide to do any thieving training there, though that seems unlikely because I am already level 99 thieving. And as you just saw here, free pass through the Shanty Pass. Just a nice quality of life. But I think with the Desert Amulet 4 obtained, the Desert Diary done, I only have 6 more Achievement Diary tasks done. I got 299s this video between mining and Herblore, and it's time to end the video. Next time, I'm going to be working on another 99 and also looking to upgrade this head slot for whenever I'm not on Slayer task.